My name is Mark Biernot, and I'm a monetary economist. But here's the thing, I live in Florida. I don't know if I'm a Florida man that became an economist or an economist that became a Florida man. Let me start off with a story, a Florida man story. And this will set the picture, paint a picture about what it's like to live in Florida and what the economy is like, because that's what this video is about, the economy of Florida. A little while back, I was coming back from, I don't remember what, some adventure like alligator wrestling, spearfishing. I was just covered in mud and soot, and my shirt was ripped. And I was going to Walmart for supplies. And a very elegantly dressed young lady is waving at me. Hi, how are you? Hi. And her mother kind of gives her a look like, who is that? And she goes, that's my professor. That's the way it is here. Unpretentious. You can be the best version of yourself. Live the life you want to live. A lot of surfer women just walking in the grocery store in bikinis. If they want to do that, let them enjoy their lives. Okay? So Florida is an unusual place if you're a Florida man, Florida woman, and you know, it's a place where I say young people go to retire. You can just do the alternative life and live a better life than the people in careers often in other locations. We're going to look at the income component and the cost component of Florida. First, let's look at the income. Okay, start off with agriculture because it's just fun to talk about. Peppers and tomatoes. Peppers and tomatoes are the biggest seller in Florida. You can get them anywhere roadside. But also, we have citrus in the center of the state. You stick a stick in the ground and oranges and grapefruit and lemons grow. We have sugarcane in the Everglades, right? I was talking to a lady who worked at a sugarcane company, and I asked her, why don't you grow sugarcane? I do. She said, there's no need to. They just print money over there. Sugarcane used to be grown up here, but the Seminole Indians burned it down. Native Americans burned it down. Maybe it's karma. Okay, so there's a lot of unusual things here. Dade City, it's the okra capital of the world. St. Augustine, Florida, datil peppers. Even me, my ambitions are to get maybe 1,000 datil pepper trees growing this summer. Okay, these are the types of ambitions I have here. In St. Johns County, we're known for being chip makers. Silicon Valley chip makers? Nah. Potato chip makers, we grow potatoes. We have 2 seasons of potatoes. They grow amazing in this sandy soil here. So Florida has an unusual agricultural economy. I could go on about it, but let's talk about tourism. Disney, you can hate or love Disney, but it's the reason we're tax-free. Disney and all the ancillary things like Legoland, Dino World, you know, Universal, and all the other zillion water parks, hotels, restaurants, they're all kind of feeding off this Disney vibe. And that's the reason we're tax-free. And because of that, all the hedge funds move down here. Jacksonville is the near sourcing capital. I mean, it's on a straight line right between New York and Jacksonville for finance and, you know, back office investment support. Just go down 95. Miami, there's more investment bank money than New York now. It's hard to believe. All the GDP is centered down in Miami. Okay, even though the GDP per capita is in Palm Beach County and arguably maybe St. Johns County. So these are the unusual things. If Florida was a country, it would be the 16th wealthiest country in the world. Ahead of Indonesia, ahead of Mexico. Forget friend sourcing, bring it to Florida. Although it's the 4th largest GDP in the country, per capita GDP is somewhere like, you know, 50-50. We're going to talk about that later, like 25 out of 50. We've got healthcare. We've got education, University of Gainesville. It's a center for investment of life sciences, biosciences, technology, 60,000 students. Minds are buzzing. You can just feel it on the campus. University of Florida. It's a great place to go. Gainesville, Alachua, at a fraction of the cost of these, let's say, pretentious other areas. I mean, even the Amish come down here. They retire in Sarasota. The beaches are so beautiful. We have biker week. There's always some buzz going on in Florida. But the biggest buzz is nature. You can just escape and go into nature. And that's the second component, the cost to live in Florida. You can live quasi off-grid. I mean, you can, yes, the per capita GDP is right in the middle, like 25 out of 50 states. But because everybody says the cost of this, no, I don't live that way. You can live quasi off-grid. You can put cinder blocks down and a metal roof and you're good to go. How much does that cost? And AC, June, July, and August. Most of the other year, I'm just walking around the whole year. The fam's walking around in sandals, shorts, and sunglasses, and it's a great life. Fresh air, sunshine, vitamin D, it all fits into the whole. The cost of equipping your kids to go to school in blankets and jackets and scarves and boots, it negates that. Okay, so what about the air conditioning costs? Well, June, July, and August, you have to do it. But you can put up solar panels. You could open the windows with fans, cross breach. People did it for hundreds of years. I shop at farmers markets, grow my own food. It's a fraction of the cost of living up north when I lived up north. It's just literally a fraction. Because if you're a representative average household that has to get their car washed 3 times a month and do the whole shebang of the packaged food and the high maintenance, if you're a high maintenance man or woman, then maybe Florida is not you in terms of saving money. You still might like it, go pursue that career, but Florida is great. If you're a Florida man, you don't mind being poet, bushman, out in the woods and getting in touch with nature, but at the same time, you have a career and you're expanding your mind intellectually. I play chess. I could just go on all the things that I pursue. Florida is a great place. So that's the economy. It supports you to be the best version of yourself. You're almost like an eternal kid in Florida, because whether you're in retail or biotech or you have your own company, you can do it in Florida. Talk to a guy who has a power washing business. In New York, he was an investment banker. In New York, he had a hovel, like a hobbit hole, and he was just commuting in the sleet and rain. And down here, he has a 5-bedroom house with a power washing company and a swimming pool. Okay? So don't look at aggregate statistical data. I'm telling you guys that. Look at how people live. Maybe I don't have the biggest house, but I'm at the beach 3 times a week, going to Disney, and I'm putting a lot into the education of my family. It's a good life in Florida. The Economics of Florida by a Florida man. I don't know if I'm really a Florida man, but if you see me on the weekends and you see me in the evening, the crazy stuff I do. Oh, by the way, in the last video, there was a humongous water moccasin slithering basically on my feet. I've got to watch. I filmed it, but the video didn't come out that great, and I've got to watch our gators out here. But there's just all kind of wildlife that you've never seen before right here. That's the economics of Florida. Have a great day. Thank you very much.